is up, guys? So today I am gonna talk about the Party Never Ends album and plus the linking of the songs 19 to 1. So from my absolute favorite to my least favorite of the album. Pretty hard list to make. It took me the whole day to make this list. And I even made a couple changes to this list a couple minutes before I started filming this. So pretty hard, but without wasting time, what I think on this album. So I'm a huge Juice fan. I've been a Juice fan since Lucid Dreams came out. I have a poster of him right there, right there. So say I'm a fan of Juice. I've been a big fan of Juice. 5 years of my life, 4 years of my life. And a lot of people are hating on this album. Calling it a bunch of just leaks, and most of the songs we didn't ask for. And the Max World version, which is this, and then the one we got, which is this. People are basically saying the Max World version is way better, and I don't know if I agree with that because I don't listen to the leaks. I have no idea if that's true or not. But, listening to this album as a Juice WRLD fan who doesn't listen to leaks, I only listen to his leak stuff. I've only listened to one leak in my life, which is the Way Too Many. That's the only leak I've ever listened to. Dark Place 2, but that's technically not unreleased. That was on one of his old EPs, but he deleted it off his SoundCloud, so people just acted like it was unreleased. Technically it's not unreleased. At the same time, it is. That's a whole different distraction. But yeah, listen to this album as a Juice fan that does not listen to leaks at all. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fire album. There's only a couple songs, maybe 5 songs where I was like, this is not it. I just don't like it. And even with some of the songs I didn't like, there was still really strong moments in them. Same with the song "Best Friend." That's one of the most hated tracks on this album, which is not. It definitely does not deserve that. I'll talk about it more when I rank the songs. But yeah, and people complaining that the leaks were better. That's your own fault. That's your own fault listening to the leaks. If you listen, that's why I don't listen to leaks. Because it's disrespect for the artist, and it ruins the listening experience when they actually release the finished and polished version. I understand, just that he all the music that's being released right now is not, he didn't approve of it technically, but all the things, all of the songs they released are mostly, what Juice wanted, for the most part. Yes, a lot of times they do tweak it, or they add a verse or two from an unreleased song, and another unreleased song, and add a couple of verses from that song into one song together, which I'm pretty sure they did that with Misfits, if I read it correctly. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that I enjoyed this album. Yes, there were some misses. There was some ones I was like, okay, this is not really it. I'm not really messing with this. But it's still yeah. But all the bangers on this really outshine the songs that were okay to just kind of bad. So overall, I really enjoyed this album. Is it better than Goodbye and Good Riddance? No. Is it better than Death Place for Love? No. Is it better than When Legends Ever Die? No. Is it better than Fighting Demons? I would say yes and no. At first, when I first listened to this album, I would agree with that, and I would think Fighting Demons is better, but every time I re-listen to the album, I like it more and more, and I kind of like it more than Fighting Demons, but some of the songs on Fighting Demons are better than most of the songs on this album. But that's a whole different thing. I can make a whole video about that if y'all want me to, Fighting Demons versus The Party Never Ends, But I mean, I'm just happy we got this album in the first place. And was it worth the wait? Oh no, it was not. Okay, I want to say it wasn't worth the wait. I just think it wasn't, and because I don't know, it was a fire album, but it was an album that we couldn't got 2 years ago. And if we got this 2 years ago, I feel like it would have been a much better album. I would have liked it way more. I mean, I already like it a lot, but if it was released when Baby said it was going to be released, I really feel like most people would enjoy this album more. So what I'm trying to say is, no, it was not worth the 4 you but I'm so glad and grateful we got this last album from Juice off from the label. Well, I'm happy with the album. I enjoyed it. It was a good album. Yeah. So now, without wasting time, I'm gonna get started with the ranking of the album. What I think is the worst to my absolute favorite of the album, my favorite song of the album. So I'm gonna go start with 18. All girls are the same, to aka Insecure. So I think Juice's part on this, like when he sings the main chorus, like Insecure, that I think is really fire. And I really like his voice on that part, and I think his ascendant voice on this is really cool too. But I think Nicki's voice is overhated. I'm not the biggest fan of her voice on this, and I'm just not the biggest fan of this song in general, even with Juice having really good chorus and a really good extended voice to the song. 18, I have Lace It with Eminem. So I don't like Juice's part on this. I mean, it's basic Juice, but not good basic Juice, if that makes sense. I mean, technically the chorus is catchy, but I'm not the biggest fan of his lyrics on this. I'm not the biggest fan of his voice. What they did with his voice, it just sounds too real, if that makes sense. It just sounds too robotic, which I will talk about that in another song. But I love Eminem's part. Honestly, Eminem's part is amazing. I love the message he brings with it, and basically saying, we miss you, Juice, and saying all IOP to all the people that we lost from drugs, all the people we lost that died because of drugs. Because the problem with drugs are just drugs in general. Drugs are bad, and fun fact, Eminem almost died of an overdose. So it makes that even more impactful. So at number 17, I have Love Letter. I do not mess with this track at all. I don't know. I just don't really like. I don't like his voice on this. It sounds weird. I'm not the biggest fan of the beat. The chorus is okay. It's yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the song. I don't like the song. I just don't like it. It's my least favorite from the album. At 16, Jeffrey. So y'all are probably saying, why is this so low on the list? What is wrong with you? We're a Juice WRLD fan. And to that I say, screw you. It's not a bad track. It's a decent Juice WRLD track, but I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I don't know. I just don't really like it. It's not very good. Don't attack me. And at number 15, I know this is about to get a lot of hate. I know it. Spend It. This is the ending track to the album, and I really felt like this should not have been the ending track to the album. And it's just kind of one of his more basic, not very good songs. And he has most of his songs, if not all of his songs, are really good. And even if they're mediocre, they still have some redeeming qualities to it. I still like them to an extent. But with with this one, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was too. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I don't know how to explain it. I just didn't like it. Number 14, I have Best Friend with Fall Out Boy. This is an overhated track. I think people hate on this way too much, and the people who did hate on this were mostly rap fans that only listen to rap Don't really listen to a lot of other things. And yeah, but it is still kind of low on the list because I don't know. Like I don't really like Juice's like. I like it. I like Juice's like. Oh my gosh. And I'm not the biggest fan of Juice on this because like his vocals in the beginning sound so weird. Like I know it's not AI. I know it's not AI. I know Juice actually recorded those lyrics. I just don't. I just the voice they did the voice effect they did with his voice sounded like it was just really bad auto tune. But I did like the lyrics. You know, it was cool, pop punk kind of lyrics. I definitely do think the Shack Woman would be way better if Juice was still alive and he had more like creative control and like could work more on it. But because he's not here, I just didn't really like it that much. But the Fallout, I did really like the Fallout Boys feature. I think they did good. I think they just kind of done better with the mixing on his voice in the beginning. And yeah. And at number 14, I have Fluid. And this is where we get to a 14 to 1 or like I like these songs. These are good songs. Good songs. They might be low on the list, but good songs. So at number 14, I have Fluid. Catchy, fun song. I really like it. I don't know. At number 12, I have The Party Never Ends. A solid opening. But, you know, we listened to it. I don't like how most of it was like console noises. I understand why they did it. The whole album is supposed to make you feel like you're in a Juice WRLD console. So I understand why they did it. But so on number 11, I have Oxycodone. I love the song. It was really hard for me. I originally had this at number 12 and Party Never Ends at number 11. But I don't know. I just really like this song. It's like, it reminds me of this old Juice. Catchy, good beat, you know, good flow, bars here and there. And honestly, it's very eerie listening because of what he says in this track. And like, you know, it's very sad. It's very sad. But I like these type of tracks from him. So yeah, I mean 11. I really like this track. It was a really underrated track from the album. At number 10, this is where we'll get into like pretty much. I think these songs are great. Yeah. Goodbye by Kid Roy. Beautiful tribute to Juice. I think Kid Roy did amazing on this. He did his thing. He not to like, you know, glaze or anything, but when I first heard this song, I almost cried, and it made me like, and then when I kept listening to this song, it just made me want to fly to heaven and meet my loved ones because this song, and his voice, the lyrics, everything on this song, everything about the song is a W, and it's fire and a beautiful tribute to Juice. Alright, enough decorating. At number 9, I have Barbarian. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my least favorite hype tracks from the album, but it's a so very good hype track. Reason why it's at number 9. But yeah, I love hype tracks from him like this. I love when they release hype tracks like this. I just think the other hype tracks on this album are the other more upbeat type of tracks. I think are better than Barbarian, but obviously, yeah. But Barbarian was still very good, and I still enjoyed it a lot. It's one of my favorites from the album. And at number 8, I have Misfits. I love this. Is such a catchy, good song, and the lyrics, like, he's like talking about like missing his airport. No, basically like it's describing how he died. Not exactly, but in a way, and I thought that was like eerie ass lyrics, and he has a lot of lyrics like that in his and not his unreleased stuff, in his stuff that's been released since he's dead. He has a lot of eerie foreshadowing his death lyrics in a lot of his songs that have been released since his death. And yeah, and the song's just like catchy. It's a very good catchy song. I don't know. It's a good catchy song. Very very good. Very good. Amazing chorus. Like the chorus is still stuck in my head. At number 7, I have Celebrate. This is probably my favorite like full-on hype track. This one been higher, but the other tracks like 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, 1 are just too good, just too good. But Babe and Offset's feature on this was amazing. I think they had very good chemistry on this, and he really complimented Juice on this very well. And I love his ad libs, and I love his ad libs on Juice, like the ad libs that came right before his voice started. I thought that was sick. A very good, very sick hype track from Juice. At number 6, I have Adore You. I love the song. It was at 5 at some point, but I switched 5 and 6. But yeah, I love the song. His vocals on this makes me want to bust every time I listen to it. No glaze, but I mean it's Juice. But yeah, amazing song. Cool lyrics, amazing. I love his voice on this. Cool beat, just a very good love type of song. Now these, now number 5 to number 1, I love all these songs. I just some I like more than other, obviously. Number 5, I have Party by Myself. Now I understand why people wouldn't like this, but when I first heard this, I didn't like it. On my second listen, I actually listened with headphones and like properly listened to it, and oh my gosh, this song is such a vibe. It and it really just shows how versatile Juice WRLD really was with his music, and what his music could have been. Yeah, it's just an amazing, vibey track to listen to, like alone in your room, just thinking about life and about your decisions, and everything that you've done. You know, and it's just very catchy. Yeah, just chef's kiss. At number 4, I have KTM Drip. Uh, I love one of my favorite upbeat, happy songs from the album. At number 3, I have Condone It. One of my favorite, like, I don't know if this is hype. Yeah, like one of my favorite hype, upbeat songs. I mean, it's amazing, right? I really like this song. It's the reason why it's at my number 3. At number 2, I have Cuffed. My favorite happy hype song from Juice from this album. I love the song. The lyrics are funny. Juice's like flows on this are really cool. The beat is fire. I just love the song. And at number one, I have Empty Out Your Pockets. Oh my gosh, the music video to this, if you have not seen it, check it out. Check out the music video. The music video to this is amazing. But yeah, no, and the song to this is the song is itself is exactly what I wanted from Juice. Like a good, upbeat, happy, feel good type of song with a beautiful beat and that piano. Like, Fortnite honestly they did better than Grade A with handling this album rollout. Yeah, W. Yeah, comment down below if you agree with my ranking, and comment down below what you think of this album. Personally, I really like it. It's definitely overhated. People should not listen to the lyrics. That's stupid. You're stupid if you do. Full offense. See y'all on the next one. Peace.